We kinda out here, day 29. What the hell is going on? Almost 1 month on raw chicken? You gotta be kidding me. How is this possible? Still not bored to the flavor. Chicken, a classic flavor. Have to agree with that. So, what is the most meaningful thing in life? Or one of the most? I don't know if it's the most. One of the most. It's having a family. Every wise man and girl knows this. Like you ask anybody who has children and good family, what is the most important thing? They're like, family, of course. And that's really the whole point. Your body wants to have sex, is to reproduce. That's the whole nature behind it. And that is one of the biggest driving factors to anything we do as a boys or girls or woman or man. But there's quite a few women and men these days, I think. Not saying I'm a boy for sure still. But family, reproducing, what you have to have to do that. Partner. You wanna have good, healthy, happy children that are not some traumatized freak like so many of us out here these days. What you wanna have is to have that loving relationship between the parents, and when that's right, the child's probably gonna be alright, at least somewhat. But the problem is there's so many outside agendas coming in. That's the problem. So the parents need to be kind of clever and smart to realize most of them. Otherwise the children will be affected somewhat with those. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the relationship. The sexual relationship between man and woman. Which is one of the most important relationships we can have. Maybe not the most important. Some people say the relationship with God is the most important, or Jesus, or both. Now some people say the relationship with yourself is the most important. And after that maybe family. So the relationship with your significant other, or the loving relationship. Now how many good, loving relationships do you know these days? Like back in my grandparents' generation, so many people back in then seemed to live like 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 years together, and they were happy till the last day. They were pair pond maxing up in that beach back in the days. Where did the pair bonding go? Where is it? Where is it? Nobody's pair bonding anymore. Other thing they did is to have a lot of children, most of them. Like how many people back in the days, like 100 years or even 50 years ago, you know, that had like over 5 children, like a lot. Who has over 5 children these days? Who has even 1 or 2 child these days? And when I look down the generation under me, it seems even more bleak. So no wonder nobody has any meaning in their life anymore. no children, and we have fucked up relationship with the other sex. Then there's a lot of people that are attracted to the same sex these days, and that's a whole another topic. We're not gonna go into that. I was hungry. But why is the relationships are so dead today? It is so hard. First of all, find partner, and then actually have a good relationship with the partner, and not fuck up yourself and don't fuck up the partner. Don't do something fucked up that fucks up the partner. And these just keep piling up. More fucked up, more fucked up, more fucked up. The fucked upness just keeps piling up. And after you have had your limit of fucked upness, it's really hard to have any kind of relationship. It's very hard to pair bond, if you're believing that. I kinda do. It's very hard to have this loving relationship. What happened? Well, first, it's not cool these days. Nobody wants to start a family when they start having these sexual desires, which is just nature saying, start the family. Nobody's listening to them because it's not the norm in our society. It's not the cool thing to do in our society. So everybody kinda sleeps around. We think we have so many options. Illusion of the options. Dating apps. The cities are much bigger, so there's lots more people around you than there used to be back in the days. There was only like limited amount of boys and girls, and most like got together. Now there's like, if you live in even somewhat big city and even some small cities, there's so many people, and so dating apps, internet, all that. So you think there's so many options, and you're like, I have to find the right one, and that kind of fucks a lot of things up. Then you start to sleep around, which is cool these days. That's much cooler. Like, for many it's starting to kind of turn around, which is a good thing, and which I'm trying to do here also, to push that thing, push the nature, because that leads to meaning, that leads to happiness. But the big thing is, you want to slip around, you want to test these people. Now, what happens? You get hurt. There's a lot of unloving things going on. You create trauma with the opposite sex. You kind of start to maybe hate even the opposite sex. That's not a good thing. There's a lot of that agenda also, like feminism, and also what's the other word when men kind of hate women. I don't know what's the word for that, but there's also a lot of that red pill people. They kind of like that. So there's that. It's not cool to have cool, natural, meaningful relationships. That's kind of bad thing. Now, other bad thing is the parents that raised you. They kinda maybe had fucked up relationship and then traumatized you, and then you bring this unnatural behavior in your relationships later on, and this might happen unconsciously. You don't really consciously think about it. It's just these deep patterns inside of you that happen, and then you fuck up the other person you're with, and this just goes and goes around. The fuck upness, whatever the word is. So there's that. Then many people have so many delusions about the relationships, and the answer to this is to listen to nature. Once again, you have to swallow the black pill. What that means is the basis of this relationship is physical attraction. if that you cannot have real love to the other one if there is no like sexual love. I'm not talking about friendship or anything. Sexual loving relationship, you cannot have that if you don't have the physical attractiveness, which is natural. You don't have that chemistry going, there's nothing, and you have to accept that. This is why so many of us have been hurt, and we have hurt other people, because we lose that attraction, and then we don't want sexual relationship with the other one anymore. We can be maybe friends if that's possible, but it's gonna be hard to the other one. Like if you don't have the physical attraction but he or she has to you, it's gonna be hard to be friends after to that other person. For you it's whatever, but it's how it works. Also there's the money materialism thing going on. Then it's just business relationship if you don't have the physical attraction. If you have the physical attraction and then you're providing and doing the money stuff, and that might work, that might be the best situation. But if it's only about the money, yeah, it's just business relationship after that, and you might have sex here and there, but it's not really love. So swallow the black pill, guys. Follow nature. There has to be natural physical attractiveness between the both partners, and the more similar level that is, the better the relationship probably will be on that level. Then there is the other stuff, and that's from the outside mostly, like what happened to your child, what kind of ideas you got, how fucked up you are mentally, and there's diet obviously plays a part and all that stuff. So it's hard out there, and I think it's supposedly hard for us. There's so many agendas that destroy us these days, and this is one of the big ones. It's easier to control people when they have weak families, they have weak relationships, weak communities. It's very easy to control people then, because people are very unhappy and lost. And lost people are the most easily controllable people. So let's go back into nature, and let's not cope about this. You need to find partner similar level at you, and then you have to be mentally sane and actually happy person, pleasant person to be around if you want to make it work. Anyways, that's why relationships are dead. Raw chicken makes you big brain, smart as fuck to understand this, or maybe I am retarded and completely wrong about this. You tell me. I'm just here yapping about everything I'm pondering about. Anyways, tomorrow, 1 month of raw chicken update. See ya then.